Hello everybody and welcome to another special edition of AWS Floor28 News. This time I have here with me Chris. Hi Chris.
Yeah, hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Chris is part of our business development team for machine learning and AI. And Chris, tell me, what do you do?
Yeah, I actually specifically specialize on rich media use cases and how to apply machine learning on video, audio content and like get the essence of the video out of it.
That's cool. And you're visiting Israel for the next week. A busy week,
yeah,
I assume?
It's going to be a busy week, couple of meetings, multiple customers, and we also have internal trainings, but then also a meetup at the end of the week too.
Yeah. So let's talk about machine learning and AI services. What can I do as a developer with those kinds of services?
Well, the key point really is that you don't need to be a machine learning expert. You can call APIs and you will get the results based on the machine learning technology underneath. But for example, if you want to use like computer vision, if you want to understand what's going on within your video, what objects are in there, what celebrities are in there, you just need to call an API, run the videos through it, and you will get these results.
So basically, any developer can use those APIs with just a few lines of code.
That's
probably an hour or two of reading documentation.
Yes.
Might be a lot of documentation, but that's part of learning.
Yes, so that's the point. That's for the developer. Obviously, the stack is much deeper, so it also serves anybody from the developer all the way down to the data scientist, practitioner, and so on. But it really should support anybody.
So
like
you mentioned video services like recognition. What other types of services are we covering with this offering?
There's language services. I'm not talking about the top layer of the stack. So there's language services. So like speech to text, text to speech. There is LAX, which is chatbots and so forth. But we also have like kind of very interesting services like personalized that a lot of media customers using to create personalization engines, or forecast, which is time series forecasting. So these are like, there's new services that were launched last week at reInvent.
Code Guru.
Yeah, Code Guru, Kendra for enterprise search. So there is a very rich universe of services already, where you don't need any machine learning deep knowledge.
So I assume there are different types of customers using this technology. Can you share with us some customers' interesting stories, interesting implementations of those services?
Yeah, so I'm obviously, since I'm dealing a lot with video and audio, so my customers more come from the media side, the telecom, advertisers, gaming, and so forth, but they're across everywhere where you use video, right? But like one example top of mind is what we did last year together with Sky News, where we used recognition and these services to understand what's in the video of. It was during the royal wedding.
Oh, right? The royal wedding. Okay.
Yeah. So understand what's in the video, who is arriving at the chapel.
Oh, that's cool.
And identifying that, and then displaying a little blurb on it, and like making that clickable and like making the experience.
Yeah, that's so cool. You always ask yourself, who is this guy? Where is he coming from?
Right, a little background story there, and when did in the VOD version, like when did he arrive, and so forth. Right?
And that was used with recognition video.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend some time here in Israel. What can you tell me about the local market? What the Israeli customers are looking for?
Well, it's also like we obviously talk about those specific use cases, a lot of conversations around archive, but also just content library understanding, like tagging. So what content do I have, what's within my content, and then build use cases on top of that, right? So once I understand what's going on there, if there, is there inappropriate content there? Is there, do I look for certain objects and so forth? I build a use case, like, a redaction use case, or there's a lot of discussions about subtitling, and once I understand what's being said within the video, I can build a subtitling solution on top of it. Right?
Translate it automatically.
And things like that. So it's really deep understanding in the content, and then building use cases on top of that understanding.
And as far as I understand, there are a lot of use cases that you're extracting metadata from the video and then building some index and then being able to search on this index.
That's the classical use case. Yeah, so make it searchable, discoverable for the editors, but also for the end user. Right?
So I wonder what can customers do with this kind of notion after they getting this information from a video, for example?
Yeah, well, for example, if you're a news organization, right, and you have there was like an event, and you want to search in your archive if that specific person, like what content do I have about that
About
person?
the specific person, specific event, location, or anything like that.
Exactly, and then it's much easier discoverable than you asking an archivist running down the corridor and like trying to find the tape, right?
Yeah, and I can probably think about some cases for advertising as well.
Yes, correct. So we work with a partner, for example, Bitmob. They are analyzing content and really have create a deep understanding of the content frame by frame, and then they put it out there and they measure impact, and then down to a detailed level, like act on that impact, right? So this scene really resonates well with customers, it is not that much, so modify the content accordingly.
And maybe later stage get custom advertisement based on those reactions.
That's another thing, right? As you context-aware advertising, but also for brand safety, right? So you don't want to have your brand associated with a certain event or whatever. So there's there's hundreds of use cases where customers using these technologies.
Yeah, very interesting. So I assume you've been traveling a lot. You're coming from San Francisco.
Yeah.
What do you think about the local Israeli community, our maturity in terms of machine learning? What do you see in your visit?
Well, first, it's super exciting. It feels a little bit like San Francisco. There's a lot of startup. There's a lot of vibe going on here, so I really love it. And then it's very advanced. I mean, I've spent very, very little time explaining machine learning or in general what you can do with these technologies. Yeah. They go straight into the models. They go straight into like, how can I use it? How can I bring it to customer quick? So it's very advanced, the conversation. It's definitely one of the leading countries in machine learning worldwide.
Okay. I really hope you're going to have a very interesting week with your meetings and all other plans.
Yep.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you very much for watching AWS Floor28 News special edition about machine learning. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.